Shannon Sharp, is Tyreek Hill the most valuable non-quarterback in the NFL?
Yes.
Tyreek Hill is currently on one of the greatest starts to a season in the history of the NFL, and there has never been a better season for this to happen. He's already more than halfway to 2,000 yards in just 8 games, which would be an NFL record, and it's something he knew was going to happen before the season.
I will break 2,000 yards next year, bro.
Eclipsing 2,000 yards in a season would only mean one thing. He should be the MVP of the league. And trust me, I'm not the only one saying it.
Tyreek Hill right now is a legitimate bona fide leading candidate for NFL League MVP.
But okay, fine. Let's just say you don't really respect my take or Stephen A. Smith's take, because trust me, I can understand that. Both of us are just bozos. But you don't need to listen to us. Listen to arguably the greatest receiver in the history of the sport get asked the same exact question.
Can Tyreek be that guy? If he gets 2,000 yards, should he be the MVP of the NFL?
I think he has a great chance because speed kills, man. I think he has a great chance of being the most valuable player.
What does MVP stand for? Most valuable player. And what's very misinterpreted with the most valuable player or the MVP award, it doesn't just mean how good you are. Because we all know it's important to be good to win the MVP. And let me tell you, Tyreek is a good football player. Bro is virtually unguardable, and he does everything well. At the time of recording this video, he has 84 targets, which is second in the league. He has 61 receptions, which is second in the league as well. He has 1,014 receiving yards, which is obviously the first in the league, and he would be the first player in the Super Bowl era to do this in the first 8 games. And lastly, he has 8 touchdowns, which is leading the league as well. And there are a ton more analytical stats I could bore you to death with, but you get the point. He's very good at football. But outside of talent, you need to impact the game in other ways, making the game easier for your teammates. And yeah, Tyreek Hill does that all the time. He often requires double teams, and he's able to open up the field for his teammates in the throwing game and in the running game. And his teammates call this the cheetah effect. And we all know this would be a tall order for him to win the MVP, because not only has a receiver not ever won this award, it's predominantly a quarterback award. And while the quarterback is usually the most important player in the field, I'm not going to argue with that. But this is the year where someone else has a chance to win. In the history of the MVP award, only 18 non-quarterbacks won this award. And somehow this list includes a kicker. His name is Mark Mosley. He won the MVP in the 1982 strike-shortened season. But the most interesting thing about Tyreek to me is the fact that he genuinely believes Tua should be the MVP.
My whole thing is whenever people and, naysayers online try to talk about, who's the MVP of our team is, my thing is Tua is the franchise quarterback. He is our guy. He's the engine, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the guy that makes this team go. Everybody knows that.
And ultimately, it's not a terrible take, because currently Tua is the favorite to win the award. But let's not kid ourselves. We know that Tyreek is the one making Tua at this MVP level. And I'm not saying Tua's bad, because I genuinely think he's gotten so much better with the coaching from Mike McDaniel. But in the beginning of the video, I referenced there has never been a better season for this to happen. And what I was alluding to is the fact, currently, there is no clear-cut favorite to win the MVP in my eyes. No one's running away with it. There's usually someone like Josh Allen at the top, Patrick Mahomes, but these two are just having okay seasons. Not bad by any means, but not clear-cut MVPs. Currently, for multiple different sports books and sports media outlets, they have Tyreek Hill in the 5th place to win the MVP. End of the day, it's so unlikely this will happen because the league is so insanely quarterback-driven and has their bias. But if anyone was supposed to become the league MVP and become the first receiver to do it, it should be Tyreek Hill, and there's no question about it. That's it, y'all. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, obviously subscribe, and most importantly, share this video to a family member or a friend, because if you like it, odds are they will too. And until the next video, talk to you guys soon.